Good afternoon. I'd like to call to order the public hearing for the issuance of a new cabaret license for La Roca Restaurant and Lounge located at 170 Delaware Avenue in Albany, New York, 12206. The time is now 4:31, and I deem this public hearing to be open. My name is Shaniqua Jackson, City Clerk. To my left, I have my Deputy City Clerk, Demetra Brown. Please note that the applicant has not arrived. We will run through the application, take a brief pause, and then wait for a few minutes for the applicant to arrive. Once again, this is a public hearing for the issuance of a new cabaret license for La Roca Restaurant and Lounge located at 170 Delaware Avenue, Albany, New York, 12209. The applicant is applying for an indoor cabaret license. The interior square footage is stated to be 1,500 by 3,000 square feet. Expected number of attendees is up to 150 persons. They are applying for a year-long cabaret permit. The maximum occupancy is 99 persons. We do have the certificate of occupancy on file with the application. They stated that alcohol will be served. And for the record, we do have their liquor license on file with the expiration date of January 3rd, 2026. We'll take a brief pause. Once again, we do have the New York State liquor license for the establishment with the expiration date of January 3rd, 2026. The proposed hours and days of operation is stated to be 11 a.m. through 12 a.m. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, 11 a.m. to 2 a.m. on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then 11 a.m. through 12 a.m. on Sundays. The proposed hours and days of entertainment is listed to be 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. on Thursday, 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. on Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. The proposed number of employees that are designated for security during the hours and days of operation are Thursdays, 2 persons, Friday and Saturday, 5 persons, and Sunday, 2 persons. It is stated that the establishment does have soundproofing, and it is listed to be installation. It is also stated that they have an additional room that will be used interdependently, in the location being the lower floor room. At this time, we'll take a brief pause. We do have a public comment speaker. His name is Daniel McKay. I'm going to ask that he come up to the podium and you can provide public comment. You can right to the desk there. Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Daniel McKay. I've been the owner and resident of 288 Morton Avenue since 2010. I was there for many years of seeing the Elbow Room, the previous owners of the La Roca location. While I do very much appreciate someone taking up this facility and investing into the neighborhood, which is great, there was a pattern that happened with the old place. Sorry.
That's okay. Take your time.
That early on, it seemed fine. It was a fine little establishment, local bar, but once they started having DJs by 2013, 2014, it started to change. The whole area did at night, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday night, it was loud till 4 in the morning. They had the door shut, they didn't have the door shut, you'd still hear it 2 doors down, right through the walls. It would keep you up if you were trying to work the next day. The next morning, the whole parking lot would be strewn with liquor bottles and all the remnants from people hanging out there and just partying all night, blaring very loud radios, where it wasn't even necessarily the establishment making all the music, but the party, what was going on in the parking lot. That's about the same time they started having DJs there at night. That culminated, I believe, around 2016, when after a number of incidences, I could list a couple of the numbers, how many police calls and how many were related to violence and fights and such like that, but I'm sure you have all that. By 2016, they had their serious problem inside. I can't remember exactly when they stopped doing a DJ, or if it did come back, but I did know it continued. It wasn't until 2020 when they finally were really severely curtailed just by the nature of society at that point because of what was going on, that we finally had a respite. It was a real nightmare to live there for that many years with that going on next door. It was detrimental to the neighborhood, and I don't see my family being able to remain there if we have to deal with this again. I think we would have to leave. It seems in a very residential area that it is, surrounded by it, it seems unconscionable that having another nightclub would be something we want. Having some music through happy hour, till 9 o'clock, that all sounds great. Let the place thrive, it'd be awesome. But that late night crowd, whether it was inside or outside, just spiraled out of control, and we've seen that in a number of establishments. When the DJs come, things, not everywhere, but they generally seem to get worse, and we have issues like Hollywood and others that had those issues. There's a number of others, but so I vehemently am opposed to them having any type of late night, anything after 9 o'clock or anything reasonable like that. Otherwise, by all means, have a DJ brunch or a DJ happy hour. It all sounds great. That's about as vociferously as I can put that.
Okay.
I appreciate.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right, that is the end of public comment. We have no additional persons signed up. I will make note that we do have the premise history report provided by Albany Police Department here with the application, and it will be accessible to the various departments who are going to review the application to make a final determination. We will take a brief pause to give time for the applicant to arrive at this time. It is 4:40. We will be back in 5 minutes, 4:45. Okay, the time is now 4:45. The applicant has not arrived. We are going to proceed with the final part of the application review. As part of the process, it does include various departments, one of those departments being the Building and Regulatory Compliance to review the application to check and see if there are any city code violations. We will follow up with Building and Codes. In addition to that department, we also have Albany Police Department, the Law Department, Planning Department, Albany Fire Department, and Common Council Member Honorable Sergio Adams. Each will be provided with the application and supporting documentations for review in order for them to make a determination on the application. At this time, it is now 4:46, and I deem this public hearing to be closed. Thank you.